Amory Lovins, a consultant physicist and innovator in energy and its links with resources, security, development, and environment, has advised the energy and other industries for 4 decades, as well as the United States Department of Energy and the Department of Defense. His work in 50-plus countries has been recognized by the Alternative Nobel, Blue Planet, Volvo, Zayad, Onassis, Nissan, Shingo, and Mitchell Prizes, MacArthur and Ashoka Fellowships, the Benjamin Franklin and Happold Medals, 12 honorary doctorates, and the Heinz Lindbergh Time, Hero for the Planet, National Design, and World Technology Awards. A Harvard and Oxford dropout, former Oxford Don, honorary architect, and Swedish engineering academician, he's briefed 23 heads of state, written 31 books, and over 490 papers. Co-founder and chairman emeritus of Rocky Mountain Institute, an independent nonprofit think and do tank that drives the efficient and restorative use of resources. His work as its chief scientist has lately included leading super efficient redesigns of numerous buildings, several vehicles, and over $30 billion worth of industrial facilities in 29 sectors. He led the creation of 2 of RMI's for-profit spin-offs, eSource and FiberForge, which he chaired until 2007. His latest books with various co-authors include Natural Capitalism, Small is Profitable, Winning the Oil Endgame, The Essential Amory Lovins, and Reinventing Fire. The most recent of his visiting posts at 10 universities was as the 2007 Map Ming Professor at Stanford University's School of Engineering, and he's currently the Professor of Practice at the Naval Postgraduate School. He's a member of the Advisory Board to the Chief of Naval Operations and of the National Petroleum Council. In 2009, Time named him one of the world's 100 most influential people, and Foreign Policy named him one of the 100 top global thinkers. Hopefully someday we'll be soon enough to have a president name him Secretary of Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Amory Lovins.
Thanks. Well, thank you very much. After that generous introduction, I can't wait to hear what I'm going to say.
So we have a question pertinent to a lot of people in the audience here. What advice would you offer to engineering and business students looking to start a career leading sustainable energy into the future?
Well, learn about as many disparate and seemingly unrelated things as possible. We have too many narrow specialists. That's why we're in the mess we're in. So I would urge you to learn a lot of biology and social science, cultural anthropology. You know, any cultural anthropologist would have a field day looking at tribalism in the energy business, or businesses. I've taught now at 10 universities, but I've only taught subjects I've never studied. It's a lot more fun that way because I could have beginner's mind. My background might be atypical, but I had a long track in physical science, but a parallel track that went chronologically music, classics, math, linguistics, some a little medicine, a lot of mountain photography. And I then started to diversify because in our line of work you need to pick up a couple of new disciplines a year and you never know what they're going to be. Maybe this year it's naval architecture and aerospace, and maybe next year it's refinery engineering and mining engineering. But after 20 or 30 years of that, everything reminds you of something. So I would urge you, while getting the fundamentals down, to jump the fences, walk on the grass. I'll let you in on a secret in case you haven't figured it out yet. I was lucky enough to figure this out early. There are few, if any, disciplines that a smart and motivated person cannot learn as much about in 6 months as most, not all, but most people in the field know. Once you realize that, you can be completely uninhibited in romping around in everybody else's turf and learning whatever you want and need to learn. And then you can be really effective.
Thank you. We had a few questions about the Keystone XL pipeline. I think I know your answer to that one. So we'll skip that. And
but actually you may not know my answer to it, which is that if I don't know what the president will decide, but if he decides not to allow it, it will probably save investors from considerable losses on what's already a big bubble. There's a terrific report out from Carbon Tracker, which is a group of hydrocarbon industry financial analysts and deal makers, and they have analyzed the economics of the tar sands business, in which I have also worked, and they show it is the costliest thing on the global supply curve for liquid hydrocarbons. It is therefore extremely vulnerable to any dip in oil price or any increase in cost, including cost of capital or cost of transport. And it's just a very fragile business. It's a bubble, and I wouldn't want to have my money in it even if I didn't care about its other implications.
Well, it's been extremely enlightening. Everybody help me thank Amory Lovins.
Thank you.